Well, I know who I'm going to vote for president.
That's great. How about everyone else?
Don't know much about them. Probably will leave them blank or pick random people.
Don't do that. Vote the ticket. Down ballot.
Why? What does it matter?
Start a wave. Wash out 2020 and start with a fresh 2021.
Wash out 2020? Sounds good to me. I'll vote down ballot.
Yeah, use your power so I can use mine when I turn 18. Vote the ticket. Vote down ballot.
Well, I know who I'm going to vote for president.
That's great. How about everyone else?
Don't know much about them. Probably will leave them blank or pick random people.
Don't do that. Vote the ticket. Down ballot.
Why? What does it matter?
Start a wave. Wash out 2020 and start with a fresh 2021.
Wash out 2020? Sounds good to me. I'll vote down ballot.
Yeah, use your power so I can use mine when I turn 18. Vote the ticket. Vote down ballot.
Go down the ballot, they won't stop. Vote the ticket unless we stop. Go down the ballot, play the top against the middle, against the bottom. Go down the ballot, the whole ticket. Vote the ticket, straight down the ballot. Go down the ballot, from the Appalachian Mountains to the valley out in Cali. Vote the ticket, go down the ballot. The whole ticket, vote the ticket. Vote the ticket, go down the ballot. The entire ticket.
Hey everybody, Assalamu alaikum. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the notify button so you'll know when you're getting new episodes. And we just want to grow this project. I thank you in advance. Without further ado, let's get it rolling. The ShOUT Show.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everybody. Welcome to Friday Funny, the pre-election Friday Funny show with me, your host, Preacher Mars, the host of the S.O.S Shout Show. We got some stars in the building. My main man, Sam, is already on the call. Thank you, brother. Juma Mubarak to you too. Sister Satana, our consultant producer, is already on the show. I appreciate it. Anybody that's on the show for the first time, the rules are simple. If you got something to say, doggone it, don't keep it to yourself. Share it. Put it in the comment section. This is what you've been missing in television and process and all of. We're talking about not a reality show, a relationship show. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a minute here. Okay. Is anyone else having a sound problem? I hope not. Isam, can you hear me? Inshallah, I hope so. So, Satana, can you hear me real quickly? Because we should be good to go. Okay, cool. So, listen, I was telling first time people coming on the show, you know how we get down. If you have something to say it, put it in the comment section. If you don't have anything to say, you know what, say it, put it in the comment section. I would just want to give you a shout out. But everybody that comes on the show has an equal opportunity to say what they feel, express it, and we talk about it. That's what we do here on the Shout Out Show. I want to give a big shout out really quickly to Sister Ree, who's on the show, but she's doing remotely. Big up to Sister Ree. She is actually voting in Texas. She is voting in Texas. That's what we're talking about. Voting in Texas. Everybody, when you finish the show, if you have not voted, get off the show, go vote. In fact, you have my permission to go vote early. And we got everybody. We got Brother Altif all the way coming. Let me give him my shout outs, brothers and sisters. Let me give the shout outs. I say I have stars in the building. We have stars in the building. Let me start up top. My main man right here. I'm helping him. This brother does so much work with charity and helping the needy. I met this brother years ago. Genuine guy. Sam, thank you for coming on the show. Y'all know Sister Satana. She is the consultant producer of the show. I'm going to say Sister Rabina Chowdhury is in our research department. She gives me a whole lot of information that I bring on the show sometimes. You guys don't know. She does her research. One of these days, Sister Rabina, we're going to do the whole thing about the LGBTQ. It'll be right around the time I think they're going to cancel this show anyway. So we're going to do that. Also, big shout out to Ree, who is voting, and Dwight, who's taking it. There you go, brother. And all the way from Toronto, we got Brother Altaf. Rashid. That's right, brothers. Brother Altaf. So we're going to keep this thing moving. Here we go. Let's see. I think the no comments with the elections. LOL. Okay. Sister Naima, thank you for coming on the show. And there we go. There we go. That definitely means a lot. I'm going to lay out some stuff here today. Little brother's on the show. Little brother, we need to talk. We need to get together for Salesforce. So listen, I'm going to talk a little stuff today. I'm going to tell you everything that's wrong about this election, brothers and sisters, in 2 words, okay? In 2 words. White people. There you have it. White people. Every election has been about white people, and every election has been jacked up. The only one was almost a misnomer of a Barack Obama, and all they did was figure out, we know what we're going to do. We're going to get the exact opposite of Barack Obama, and we're going to put him in office. It's white people politics, white privilege, blah, 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 blah. Because white people have not figured out a way to say that we ain't all that. And so every couple of years, we have these elections as quote-unquote mandates on what? It's not a mandate on what the people need. It's not a mandate on the suffering. It's not a mandate on the poor. It's a mandate to, for lack of a better word, keep a status quo. Democrats, Libertarians, Republicans, it's the same old game. Nobody's going to get what they want. Now, I'm going to say this because I want it to be real, real clear. Listen to me. Listen to me. Stop being comfortable. For the next however minutes we got together, I want us to be very uncomfortable, extremely uncomfortable. That's what elections are about. You vote when you are uncomfortable, not when you're comfortable. And what we've had here for the last couple of years, brothers and sisters, we got comfortable with this process, that there's a subpar process with subpar people, with subpar history, with subpar politics, with subpar ethics, and subpar morals. Why in the world do you want to be these people? Why? Now let me get on these rappers, because I was upset with some rappers. 50 Cent, upset with you. Little Pump, upset with you. You know what? Kanye West, upset with you. But you know why? You know why these guys made these comments? And at a particular point, I didn't mention Ice Cube because Ice Cube went to talk to both parties. I'm going to tell you why I'm upset. Because these guys, in their position as entertainers, making a whole lot of money, which I have no problem with. They have conflated the making of money to the point that they have influence that is led by the money. It's not led by intelligence. Lil Wayne, listen, who the hell listens to rappers about voting at rice anyway? Okay? This is the guy, Little Pump. Who names his name? Who names himself Little Pump? I listen to the songs. You know what it's about? Drugs, Molly, alcohol, money, disrespecting women. Why are we even listening to this guy? But then again, I see what the attraction is with Trump. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Little Pump has an attraction to Donald Trump, and Donald Trump has a little attraction to Little Pump. Stay tuned. However, if we begin to move forward, I want to say this. Sister Rabin said they will swing the vote. No, I'm hoping the minorities aren't that dumb. We're not that dumb. And sadly, the people who they're trying to influence, they're not coming to the polls anyway. Not like we think. Okay, so let me get back to my point about white people. Because I've been holding this in for a minute. I've been trying to find a Islamic way to massage this thing of white people. Now, it's not all white people, because all white people don't have privilege. They have a little privilege, but it's in layers. So all white people don't have power, okay? I'm talking about the white people that have power. The white people that have power are very, very strategically evil people. I said strategically evil people. It goes back to slavery. If you want to know why people actually like a Donald Trump, they will follow Donald Trump. They will go through hell with gasoline draws on for Donald Trump. You know why? I'm going to tell you why. Because they don't think much of themselves. They don't think much of themselves. They believe that the country left them long ago. Hear me now, long ago. I'm talking before Reagan. I'm talking before Kennedy. I'm talking before Johnson. Long ago. How far back? Slavery. Book it. I'm going to tell you why. Because during slavery, it wasn't slavery for a while. It wasn't slavery for a while. It was indentured service. And indentured servitude was a big thing. Then they found themselves out of work. Why were they out of work? Because slave labor is cheaper. You know how much nothing for nothing eats nothing? That's exactly what slave labor was. And then the owners, the rich white people, the people I'm about to talk about now, are so diabolical that they realize that there are more slaves and people, indentured servants, close to slaves and servitude. There are more of them than there are of us. There are more of them than are us. Plus the fact, Sister Rabina, you can probably look this up. Plus the fact, despite all this stuff you hear about slavery, they don't talk about indentured servants. They don't talk about the white people who were here first, and they did the indentured servitude, and they had little jobs on the plantation. What they don't tell you is that group of people had a lifestyle that was inclusive of intermingling with slaves. Intermingling. I'm talking about having children. I'm talking about businesses. I'm talking about everybody looking around going, hey, black man, you getting screwed, but I'm getting screwed too. And all I'm saying is at that point in time, that's when the strategy kicked in. And they said, listen, we're going to make it so that between you two, you know the old laws. The old law said that you couldn't beat a white man while he was naked, but you could beat a black man while he was naked. You hear that before? Huh? This guy got this sentence. This guy got that sentence. The black man got whooped. The white man got put in jail. You see what I'm saying? And they tore apart the fabric of this whole thing. And as a result, hear me what I'm saying. As a result, we deal with it right now. So all of these militias that we see, all these militias, do you notice that the militias don't really have a standout, a bona fide leader that can come out and tell you, for lack of a better word, this is our policy? What am I saying? They're not political. They're used for politics, but they can't have their own political platform. Do you notice that? You know what that smell is? That smell is discontent that's been in this country for years. And the one thing that I've learned when I go to these towns, and it's not a whole lot of black people, and I show up and I do a show, I know that the people in the audience, they're laughing, but they wouldn't laugh if they knew that I made more money in one night than they made in a whole month. It wouldn't be funny. And in fact, I'm going to say this little town out in Iowa, this town out in Iowa, there was an issue about how much your boy got paid. And then but somebody said, well, why is he getting paid? Why don't we get paid like that? It had nothing to do with the politics, but the strategy was already in place, whereby people somehow, when they looked at a black person, when they looked at a Latino, when they looked at a woman, that somehow, some way, there was a point of departure where the logic doesn't fit, where you can't ask me a question. It has to be that I assume the worst about you. Now, when you look at politics today, let me say this. In the words of my grandfather, Clifford Moss Sr., he said, boy, that white man could lie. Boy, that white man could lie. You heard me, Sister Naima? That white man could lie. But let me tell y'all something why. I'm going to tell you why the white man could lie, okay? The reason he could lie is because he knows he has an audience to lie to. He knows he has an audience to lie to. And you start looking about from the time of the Civil War up to civil rights, up to the Black Panther, there was always one audience that he couldn't lie to. He couldn't lie to. He couldn't penetrate. And that was African Americans. Because we could see a lie coming a mile away. And even in that space, brothers and sisters, I have to say, you know, it's funny to watch people who know they're getting lied to try to act like they didn't know they were getting lied to. Have you seen that? Here's a thing. I know this sounds bad. Okay. This is one of my jokes back in the day. You can always tell how bad a lie is from a white person by the amount of time they leave their mouth open. Yeah, like this. Oh my God, I can't believe he came over here and then he like was talking to me and like they snatched my purse. He probably like a killer or something. See right there? That's how you know it's why he lied. You ever watch Trump? See that look right there? I'm gonna give you the look. You go, and coronavirus, it's around the corner. You know he's lying. Watch the next speech. When he does that, you know a whop is coming. You know a lie is coming. I'm telling you, it's textbook. I'm gonna put this on National Geographic magazine when a white person is lying. You ever see that before? Yeah, I seen it plenty of times. I saw it with a cop one time. He goes, I just pulled you over because I saw your tail light out. I say, he finna shoot somebody. Now, my point is this. It's not racial. It's not racial. And I want to flip it around. If anybody's going to watch this. It's not racial. It's the truth. The truth is not racial. The truth is the truth. Don't get mad at me and other people because we look at history. Don't get mad at me and other people because we read the facts. Don't get mad at myself and other people because we've been told from a young age that this is who these people are. Not white people, white privilege, and the people that bow down to the temple of white privilege. You bow down, but you ain't getting in the temple. Stop acting like you getting in the temple. Just like a guy said to me one time, he said, brother, you know, I want to be Muslim. I said, cool. He said, what I got to do? I said, brother, you know, there's no drugs in Islam. You might want to get rid of heroin. He said, all right. And I said, okay. And I said, he came back. He said, brother, I'm Muslim. As-salamu alaykum. I said, wa alaykum as-salam. I said, you still on the heroin? He said, yeah. I said, well, brother, you Muslim. You just a Muslim that got a heroin habit. You got a heroin habit. And white people have a white people habit. They love to be lied to. They love to be misled. They love to be led astray. They love to be defrauded. This is what it comes down to. Look at Sister Rabina. Give it up. The descendants of convicts, over 54,000, they're diabolical. That's a deep concept. That's a deep concept. Now, I would even throw in some mercy right here and say they were probably hurt and compromised and they weren't shown love. But if that isn't fixed, you all know The adage that hurt people hurt people. Sorry, Africa. Sorry, China. Sorry, Mexico. Sorry, Incas. Sorry, Montezuma. Sorry, all those people. Because this is the proof in the pudding, and the line won't stop. Because, brothers and sisters, we're complicit. We're complicit. We sold a bill of goods that says that the way to change things, hear me now, the way to change things is to go out and vote. But you're voting on policies that aren't your policies. You're voting on programs that aren't your programs. I mean, that leaves little spaces for Little Pump and Little Wayne and 50 Cent and a whole lot of other people. It leaves these spaces because they're not experts. They're not experts. And what they feel in supporting these programs, and even on the Democratic side. Because I still remember last year how there was a feeling of entitlement with Miss Hillary Clinton. I'm going to be honest, I wasn't a big fan of Hillary Clinton. But like everybody else, now I got to vote the lesser of two evils. We can't vote the lesser of two evils. People go and preach. What are we going to have, an overthrow? I ain't saying an overthrow. But you got to change the regime. That's what white people call it. They call it regime change. We need regime change. I mean, why the hell are we having an election? The president has charges waiting on him. The only way he can stay out of prison is to stay president. Do you hear what I'm saying? He needs to go up and say that. I vote for him. Listen, I, Donald Trump, need you to keep me president because if not, I'm going to jail and probably wind up in a cell with a big black man and a big Mexican. That's what he needs to say. He can't say it, but I'm like, we all get it. And when people get drunk with power, and you got to talk about that too. Because a lot of people these days, they want to associate themselves with power. They want to be around power because it makes them feel like they're powerful, that there's some symbiotic transfer of power. It's like if I stand beside somebody who speaks Arabic long enough, I'm going to speak perfect Arabic. If I stand beside someone who has a lot of money, I'm going to get a lot of money. That's not the truth. All you doing is standing around somebody with a lot of money, standing with somebody that understands Arabic or Spanish. That's all you're doing. And then the push-up, if you is, the mash-up, if you will, are the political parties that support them, that support this madness, that support this foolishness. Now, I'm going to say something. I'm trying to find the most unsophisticated way to say it. I'm trying to find the most uncouth way to say it. Most of the politicians in the game are unadulterated hoes. Hoes. I don't mean ho-ho. I mean hoes. You have hoistic instincts, hoistic behavior, hoistic outcomes. The people who really try to do good in this country and run their campaigns and really serve the people, they don't last long. Because you're unhoish. You have to be a hoe to be in American politics today, or else you just won't last. The game is a nasty game. It's a persistent game, but it's an old game. Barack Obama found out, even though I'm president, this game has preceded me years and years and years and years ahead of time. Meaning I can't change the game. Now, let me flip this back over to you. And let me take another comment. Sister Rabina is rolling today because they can claim victimization if they accept the lies. Yeah. I'm gonna give you guys Whitehole Politics 101. Can I give you guys Whitehole Politics 101? Cool. Here is Whitehole Politics 101. If you don't believe what I say, if I can't get you to believe what I say, I will make it a law. That's it. That's Whitehole politics 101. If it's the law, it has to be right. It's like some of these silly arguments I have to say. I hear these silly arguments in the community. Is it that now that marijuana is illegal in Islam, can we smoke marijuana? I'm like, no. But you see the tendency. You see the danger in it. That I can hang out around people that smoke weed and I'm waiting and the law says I can smoke weed, but your religion does it. And I can't believe you came around here with this foolishness, with this sadness. So here, let me add this in. Let me Spanky too. I have a question every year of Halloween is bright and Christmas is cloudy. Spanky, rephrase that question. I put it up. But here's my thing. Between now and Thursday, we're all going to have to subject ourselves to the nastiest, funkiest, stank politics that's available to us. We call it democracy because we can't call it anything else. It's like the word deaf. You can't come up with another word for the word deaf. It's deaf. Just like life. Can't come up with another word for the word life because you can't switch the model. So I will hope everybody, as we begin to wrap this up, I hope everybody gets a little bit of understanding about the politics, the games, the hustle. I have something to show you, brothers and sisters. I'm going to show you. You've probably seen it before, but I want to share it with you because it shows you the game. All right, hold on a minute, please. I have to bring it up. I am so sorry. Okay.
May I have your attention, please? Ladies and gentlemen, the 40th President of the United States. Been going down. May I have your attention, please? Ladies and gentlemen, the 40th President of the United States. Mr. President, Tom Matthews, UPI. Mr. President, earlier this year you said that you would travel anywhere in the world to further the cause of peace. Considering the worsening situation in the Mideast, are you planning a trip there in the near future?
We have no definite plans as of yet to go to the Mideast, but we do plan maybe perhaps in a couple of years if the settlement and the agreements have not been reached by that time.
Thank you.
Paul Onaki from Honolulu News. Mr. President, the Senate has voted to proceed with development of the neutron bomb. Don't you feel this will impede further progress in the SALT talks with the Russians?
Quite contrary to that fact, the matter of nuclear existence deals with atoms and atomic weapons, not with neutron weapons. Neutron bomb is a hold-cost weapon. It is not in the cellular realm of reality. We're trying to hold it in place, and it's a neo-pacifist weapon.
Harris Richards, AP. Yes. Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to ask you a question, which I'm sure the American people would like to know. Do you feel that within the fiscal year, the unemployment rate will drop below the 5% level?
Well, as you know, the 5% level pertains mostly to, if I may say, white America. In the black America, the minority situations is up to as high as 45%. And we plan to, with all our efforts, try to lower that rate to about 20% in the black areas, and of course it will be lower in the white areas. Of course, we're trying to do this and merge a United States.
Mr. President,
Yes.
Arthur Williams, Chicago Sun-Herald. You've just okayed a $250 million increase in our space program. What I'd like to know is the main reason you did this so we can finally recruit black people for the space program?
I feel it's time that black people went to space. White people have been going to space for years and spacing out on us, as you might say. And I feel with the projects that we have in mind, we're going to send explorer ships through other galaxies. And no longer will they have the same type of music, Beethoven, Brahms, and Tchaikovsky. From now on, we have little Miles Davis and Charlie Parker. That's right. Yes, ma'am.
Roberta Davies, Jet Magazine. Mr. President, on your list of candidates for Director of the FBI, are you including the name of Huey Newton?
Yes, I figure that Huey Newton is best qualified. He knows the ins and outs of the FBI. If anybody knows that, and he would be an excellent director.
Yo, Blythe. Yeah, Brother Bell from Ebony Magazine. Assalamu alaikum, brothers.
Like a lot.
All right. What you looking at, Snow White? Brother, about blacks in the labor force. I want to know what you're going to do about having more black brothers as quarterbacks in the National Football Hunter League. Right on.
I plan not only to have lots of black quarterbacks, but we're going to have black coaches and black owners of teams. As long as it's going to be football, going to be some black in it somewhere.
Right on.
All right. So I'm tired of this mess that's been going down.
Right.
Ever since the Rams got rid of James Harris, I put my job on. Yes. What is it?
Mr. President.
Yeah, what?
Mr. Bigby, Mississippi Herald.
Sit down. Yeah,
All right, everybody. Listen, that's Friday Funnies. I hope you got a little kick out of watching one of my heroes, Richard Pryor, do a press conference for the first black president. I ask everybody, please, to keep engaged. And we're going to ride this all the way out. I think we're going to have an election show. So, Tana, I think we should do an election show on Tuesday. On Saturday, brothers and sisters, we're going to have Sister Khadijah Abdullah, who's part of the COVID-19 Project, a faith-based initiative dealing with COVID. She's part of a program called Rahma, which deals with HIV issues in the Muslim community. That'll be on tomorrow. Keep an eye out on Facebook and Instagram for more of that information. You guys, please have an incredible day. Don't worry about the politics. I'm not saying to go out and vote. You got to go out and vote because nothing from nothing leaves nothing. But just some food for thought. So maybe for the lead up to 2024, we have a little bit more information. We have a little bit more versatility, diversity, and some real options. Maybe we even have our own political party. Who knows? Listen, you guys have been great. I hope to see you tomorrow. God bless. Have a wonderful day. Appreciate you tuning into the ShOUT Show. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Preacher Mars, I'm out.
Hey everybody, this is your brother Preacher Moss. Listen, I hope that you enjoyed your ShOUT Show experience. We'll be back with the next show, the next ShOUT Show. Simple ask before you go, please help your brother out. Click that subscribe button, click that notify button, and I'll see you again on this side of the microphone. You probably wonder what that smell is. That's me. I smell good. And the reason I smell good is because I use oils from Tarifa Tar. So I'm not saying you can't smell good. I'm not even saying you stink. I'm saying you have the opportunity to smell exquisite. Check out tarifatar.com for some of the best oils and scents in town.